Bloom News Brief. More info at bullandbloom.com. The NFR Podcast with Robb Flynn posted a really cool interview with Anthrax guitarist Scott Ian on touring with Black Sabbath and W.A.S.P. Anthrax went off to tour spreading the disease in 1986. So most of 86, we were touring spreading. We started that tour in arenas opening for Black Sabbath and W.A.S.P. Glenn Hughes was singing for Black Sabbath, and while we were on those dates, he was canned. And they brought in a guy named Gillen who was just kind of hanging around waiting on the dates. It was a very weird time. Obviously, not being a member of Black Sabbath, just an outsider looking in, and as a Black Sabbath fan, it was a very weird time for what they were actually called on that record. I believe it was Tony Iommi's Black Sabbath, or Black Sabbath featuring Tony Iommi, or something weird because he was the only dude. Danny Spitz's brother Dave was playing bass. Tony was very nice to us, and Glenn was amazing to us. Glenn Hughes would be the first to tell you he was in the depths of his substance abuse problems at that time. It was pretty much right after that tour that he went and got sober and has been sober ever since. So yeah, we were in arenas. We got to play the Meadowlands in New Jersey, so it was like our first hometown arena show. W.A.S.P. was on the bill. It was a lot of fun to hang out with Chris Holmes, I have to admit. We were never lacking for laughs hanging around with that guy. Shows weren't selling out, but still, we were playing to 4,000 to 5,000 people probably, which for us was insane. We were used to playing to 400 people in a club, so they were great shows for us, and we were just so thankful to Tony for having us. I didn't know at the time, he had no idea who the fuck we were or how we got there, but he was very nice to us. One funny thing I can remember from that run was Billy Milano was out with us on those dates. He might have been driving the RV, and it was backstage either in Connecticut or Rhode Island or something. We had the dressing room right at the end of the hallway backstage, right before you walk out to go out into the arena, up on the stage, so anyone going to the stage walk right past us. And Billy made a point of waiting outside the dressing room when W.A.S.P. was walking past to go to the stage, and he didn't have very kind things to yell at Blackie Lawless. I seem to remember the word poser used quite loudly. When you've got this very angry-looking skinhead guy yelling at you, it wasn't like Blackie was going to say something back to him. But then later that evening, our tour manager came in and he said, "Your guests are no longer allowed in the hallway. Any guests have to stay in the dressing room now. Billy's working for us, but we'll ask him to please not yell at the support bands anymore." On Van Halen opening for Black Sabbath. My first time seeing Black Sabbath was on the Never Say Die tour with Van Halen opening, and it's all true. In that period, Van Halen was the best band on the planet, opening for Sabbath on their way out of the Ozzy era. I did stay to watch Sabbath, and you never saw a band get destroyed as badly. Maybe when Dokken went on after Metallica on the Monsters of Rock tour. That's similar, and I'm not comparing Sabbath to Dokken. Van Halen was insane. Everybody at Madison Square Garden was there, waiting. It was the first time we were going to see Van Halen, and they crushed them. And then cut to a year or two later, Sabbath puts out the Heaven and Hell record, which I love, and I go see that twice, and I was already a massive Dio fan, going back, of course, to his Rainbow days. That show was incredible, and the Mob Rules was incredible. I was like, wow, talk about a band redeeming themselves. Holy shit. To listen to the entire interview, click the link in the description.